am planning on doing the electronic note-taking presentation for you today. Other teachers, students may also join. Some of the other teachers in our group are Mrs. Goodman, Mr. Parmentier, Mrs. Perkowski, Ms. Scarzo, and Mrs. Vasquez. So welcome to everyone who is joining today. Just a little bit about myself. I have been a teacher here at MVA for about 4 or 5 years now. And then I've been with the company for a total of, I believe it'll be 12 years in November. So it's a great company to work for. Hopefully you guys will enjoy going to school here as well. So we will go ahead and get started. Again, we are going to go through electronic note taking. We will be using the Edmentum program as well as Microsoft Word for this presentation. All right, let's get started here. So when working in Edmentum, a lot of the students do not know that there is a notebook right in Edmentum. So I'm going to show you where that is at and how you can use this notebook to help you take notes, electronic notes when going through the tutorials. So to get started, you will log in and pick the course you're going to focus on. Go to your assignment, open the assignment. Once it is open, then you will click on the second icon right here on the left side of your screen. This is your notebook. So I'll go ahead and show you that. Let's see here. I am already logged in, and I am going to work in biology. So when you log in, it usually lands on a page that looks like this. So I plan on working on biology today. So I want to click on all activities so then I can go to my very first assignment, what is biology? And then I want to start with the tutorial, what is biology? So I click on that blue button. And then I'm just going to go back to the very beginning. And over here is that little icon I was telling you about. It looks like a little notepad with a pencil. This is your notebook. So if you open it up, as you can see, I was already taking notes, just practicing a little bit before this. So I am just going to delete that right now. So when you first open it for the first time, it will be blank like this. So then I'm going to go ahead and get started on the tutorial. I'm going to read through. The objective just tells you what you're going to be learning throughout the lesson. I'm going to read through the introduction, but for the sake of the length of this presentation, I am just going to skim it. There's not really anything that I need just yet from here. Biology in your life, I'm going to skim through here. Right now I'm looking for any kind of key terms, vocabulary, diagrams, charts, etc. I'm going to switch back to my PowerPoint really quick. Okay. So again, the notebook is where you will copy and paste your notes as you go through the tutorial. This will stay open throughout the whole tutorial unless you click back on that little notepad icon. You'll want to take notes on any vocabulary words or key terms, graphs, charts, diagrams, so on and so forth. Okay, so we are going to continue to work through our tutorial. And so then I get to this slide. As I'm reading through, I come to this part right here. It says, traditionally, there were two main branches of biology: botany, the study of plants, and zoology, the study of animals. So those are two kind of key terms that I want to remember. They could possibly be on the mastery test or the post test. So I'm going to copy. So I put my cursor at the start of the sentence where I wanted to start highlighting, and then I just dragged it across the sentence down to where I want to stop highlighting at the end of the sentence. So now I'm going to right click with my mouse. I'm going to copy, And then I'm going to come over to the notebook, put my cursor in the little notepad over here, and then I'm going to right click again and I'm going to select paste. So there I just copied this sentence or these key terms from over here and put them over here in my notebook. Okay, and so these are the directions for doing that again. How to copy and paste your notebook. To copy the text, highlight all the text, then right click on it with your mouse and select copy. You can also highlight, just like we did with the cursor, and then you can hold down control, the control key and the C key at the same time, and that will also allow you to copy. So then, like I already showed you, paste to your notebook, then put your cursor in the notebook, right click and select paste. You can also hold down the control key and the V key at the same time to paste it in that little notepad as well. And I just showed you that. Next, there are a couple features in the notebook that you can use to organize your notes. You can use bold, which is the B, italics, which is the I, U is underlined, and then you have these two little icons. One is bullet points, and the other one is numbers. So having these features in the notebook just helps you to make your notes a little bit neater, easier to read and find when you are using them to take your test. So let's go back to the tutorial. And then over here, this doesn't look so appealing to me, so I'm just going to go in and clean it up a little bit. So there were two main branches of biology, and I want to highlight botany, and I'm going to bold that, and then zoology, so I know that that's a key term. You could also underline it, italicize it, just depending on how you like to organize your notes. To make it even a little bit more organized or to stand out a little bit easier, you could also add numbers, or you could also add bullets, like so. And then that way, when you're going through the test, you can easily look here and see the bolded words. Those usually stand out a bit easier. So then you'll continue on. And again, see this stays right here open the whole time. Here are a bunch of key terms or definitions that I think I might need to help me with the test. So I am just going to highlight all of this information, right click, copy, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to paste. Again, I just did a right click with my mouse and then I'm going to select paste. Now, once I copy and paste it over here, as you can see, the key terms are no longer bolded. So I'm just going to go through quickly and make my notes a little bit easier. I'm going to space them out. You could even do bullet points or numbers. It's up to you, however you want to set up your notebook. But then again, these key terms will just stand out to me when I need to look for them later on. Okay, I won't do them all. I think you get the point there. So then let's go on to our next slide. And here we can see that all of these terms over here, now we need to match up the definitions, but I can look back over here now that I have them in my notebook rather than switching back and forth. It's much easier just to have them right over here. So then you just have to start matching up the key terms to their definition. If you put the key term in the wrong spot, it will show you if it's right or wrong as well. All right, there we go. Just want to go back to my PowerPoint really quick again. So I showed you the features in the notebook. And then, so we just used our notes to help us answer the questions for that slide. Now, we will want to open up a Word document because once you exit out of the tutorial and go into a mastery test, a post test, or the final exam, you no longer have access to that notebook. So you won't be able to see all of the notes that you took. So you are going to want to open up a blank Word document, save it to your desktop with a title that corresponds with your lesson. So let me show you what I mean for that. One moment, it's not letting me go to my Word document. um, oh, just one moment. Okay, here we go. Just bear with me for a moment. I am going to get up a Word document so I can have that open and show you what I'm talking about in regards to opening up a Word document. Okay, so hopefully this will work now. We'll go back to sharing. All right, here it is. Okay, so I just opened up my Word document right down here. You can see where I found Word. Sometimes you can also get to Word by clicking on this little icon over here. Sometimes the tab is also saved to your desktop. But like I was saying before, you want to label and then save your document as the subject you are working in, along with the unit and the assignment. So right now we are working in Biology A. We are on Unit 1, and we are working on the assignment, What is Biology? Okay, sorry about that. It keeps taking me back to the beginning. Let's see here. So we just opened up our blank Word document and we made a title that corresponds with our lesson. And then this, since it's for Biology A, you can just keep this as a running notepad in Word. And then as you get to the next assignment, then you can just make sure to put a title of the next assignment and just keep this as a running log. So then that way you can save all of the notes and have them when you have to take the final exam at the end of the class. Okay, so then we will go back to our notebook. So then you will want to go through the rest of your tutorial, obviously, but we're not going to spend the time to go through the 21 slides right now. But at the very end, before you close out of your tutorial, you are going to want to copy and paste all of the notes that you have taken throughout the tutorial. So again, you can have them when you exit out of this tutorial and go on to the mastery test. So I just put my cursor at the very top, highlight. I went all the way to the bottom. I did a right click and I copied all of my notes. And then I will go back to my Word document, and I will now paste the notes that I have taken. And there you have it. So then I can then use this again on the final exam, mastery test, or post test. Okay, so that is just what I did there. I copy and pasted in my notes from my notebook onto my Word document. And then also you can do a print screen. So the last assignment that we did, that one's not easily copied and pasted, or if it's like a Venn diagram or diagram, a chart, something like that, then you can do a print screen. So how you do a print screen is when you are on a screen or slide that cannot easily be copied, you can take a screenshot. So you will just need to locate the print screen key on your keyboard. This is usually located in the top row toward the right side of your keyboard. You will press that down, and then you will switch back to your Word doc to paste it. And then you can also right click and select paste, or you can hold down the Control and the V key at the same time to paste it. So let me go back to our last tutorial. So this one, if I wanted to just copy and paste this really quick, so I already had it matched up, I would just locate on my keyboard, which you can't see me doing right now, but I just found it. It says print screen. I push that down. And then I can go back to my Word document, and if I right click and select paste, it just copied that whole screenshot of that slide that I wanted to take a picture of basically. So that is another way to take notes if you do not want to handwrite the notes. As always, you can always handwrite your notes. This is just a little bit quicker way if you are crunched for time. Or if you don't like writing very much, again, this is just an easier way to take notes electronically. But again, handwritten notes are perfectly fine if that's what you choose to do. So now that we have this copied and pasted into our notes, there are also two other ways to see your notes. So if you happen to click out of the lesson before you copy your notes, you can also get to them by clicking on the note button under your assignment. And again, I'll show you this really quick by going back to our Edmentum screen. So I'm going to save and exit. Remember to save and exit as you are working through the tutorial, even when you finish the whole tutorial. That way you will have access to all of those notes. So if you come down here for this assignment we were just working on, you'll see right here it's a little pencil. It says OneNote. If I click on that, it's going to show me all of the notes that I have taken while going through that lesson. So that's one way. And then one other way, and this is a way you can see all of your notes. If you click on this little icon where it says notes, it looks like a little paper pad and pencil. Over here on the left side, you'll notice that these are all of your classes. So any notes that you've taken when working in those classes will appear here. So if I click here, it is going to have all of the notes that you have taken. If you do have access to a printer, you can also print these. So then you can just have it right in front of you. You don't have to switch back and forth between screens when going through the mastery test or post-test or final exam. So just a couple of ways that you can take your notes electronically. And again, that was just showing you each of the different ways to get to your notes. And I believe that is it on note taking. If you do have any questions, please type them in the chat box below, and I can answer those for you.